Hi everybody. Today I'd like to talk about Japanese grammar and about how you can learn Japanese grammar, some tips. And I want to recommend these two books, a dictionary of basic Japanese grammar, a dictionary of intermediate Japanese grammar. Of course, you have the red one, the other one, which is a dictionary of advanced Japanese grammar, because they're really good books. Actually, the third one I don't have right now because I gave it to one of my friends, so I don't have it right now. But all of them, they're just great, really. So first of all, before that, I'd like to talk about Japanese grammar. Okay, so Japanese grammar is like a lot of people are afraid of it because they say, "Oh my God, this is just crazy." I actually have some students. Right now I'm teaching Japanese, and some people tell me, "Man, this is just crazy. The structure of the language is crazy." So yeah, the structure of the Japanese language is it's called SOV, which is a subject object verb. Okay, it's not like the other language, like our languages. I come from an Indo-European background. Okay, so it's SVO, like English, German, Spanish, Italian, Russian, all the European languages, and also some other languages. But this difference makes it a little bit more challenging to learn Japanese, because in Japanese the verb is always in the end. And also there's some more other differences. For example, you have the topic marker and the subject marker, all these markers that you don't have in other languages. So that makes the Japanese language a little bit more difficult, or a little bit more complicated or complex. But it's not really, I don't think the Japanese is really difficult. Yes, of course, you have the kanji, which is, yeah, it is difficult. Kanji is not easy. But I would like to talk about grammar right now. I think it's really easy to learn the Japanese grammar if you go step by step and you learn the grammar, all these grammar points, all these endings, and you have to do it in the right way. Now, if you study for the JLPT, okay, actually right now I'm helping to one of my students. She's preparing for the JLPT N3, I think. Yeah, N3. So I'm helping. I help her with the grammar. So I think that these two books. Okay, let's go back to these books. I think that these two books are just. This is exactly what you need for the grammar. If you're a beginner, of course, you'll need to start with this book. And I would like to go through these books and to show you the structure of these books and how it can help you. So first of all, what I like about these books, that it's you see that there's an alphabetical order, and then you have all these grammar points, and of course in the end you have an index. You see? All basic grammar points. And they explain everything in such a brilliant way. You see, for example, you have to. Okay, let's take a look. So you have, this is the grammar point. Then you have the translation into English. Now, sometimes the translation is not really direct. It's not, because some of these grammar points, it's very difficult to translate them into English because you don't have this specific word in English, or the Japanese language is very difficult. It's very different. I'm sorry, it's very different. It's not difficult. So sometimes they just give you something that explains the basic function of these grammar points. Okay, and then you have another explanation, and then you have, this is the part I really like. You have the key sentence. Okay, this is a sentence that shows you how to use this grammar point. Okay, so you have this in Japanese, hiragana and kanji, okay? And then you have the romaji, okay? And again, I think it's very important to really, before you start with this book, with these books, you have to know at least hiragana and katakana. It's really important. Because I don't really like, I don't think that it's really a good idea to start with the romaji and all these things, because then you get, it'll make you lazy. Even when you have the hiragana and you know the hiragana, you will always look at the Romaji, and it'll make you like, I don't like it. I think it's much better to learn Japanese through Japanese, okay, through reading Japanese and not Romaji, okay. And then you have the English translation. You have the formation here, okay. Okay, this is the formation of the grammar, which means that how do you form this grammar point? How do you use it? With nouns, with adjectives, with verbs, and then you have more example sentences. Okay, again, you have the Japanese, you have the Romaji, and you have the English translation. This is just amazing, really. I love this book, and really, I'm an advanced speaker myself, but I tell you the truth. Sometimes I read these books, even this book, the basic book, and I find some things that didn't really know before that. For example, you have like two different grammar points that have like the same translation into English, but it shows you that sometimes the nuance is different. Like for Japanese people, if you use this one or that one, there is a difference between them. Like it's another feeling. It's a different feeling. So. For example, you have the reading tara, and you have the ending tara, and you have the ending ba, which both of them, if you translate them into English, it means it's a conditional. It's like the word if. But sometimes there is a difference between them. It's like there is a difference, and these books, they just talk about it. So this is the intermediate Japanese grammar dictionary, also great. But in this book, you see, again, the same structure, the same thing. You see that here you have the grammar point. Again, you have the explanation and the translation into English. Then you have the key sentence, just like in the other book. But here, if you take a look, you see that there is only the Japanese, okay, with furigana. Furigana, it's, you see, uchi no chichi wa ganko nanda. Okay, see, it shows you the hiragana on the top. If you don't know how to read this, even though these are very, some of them are pretty basic, but anyway, you don't have to read. You don't need the Romaji here. Okay, so you don't have the Romaji here basically. So it's just Japanese. And of course, this is more advanced. And you have the red book, okay? So I really think that these books are really good. I really recommend them. If you have more questions about Japanese grammar or about, I don't know, about JLPT, about tips, just write down and I'll try to make another video. Thanks. Bye-bye.